Oh, no, I get it. Anybody, myself included, can call themselves a blogger or journalist and just put up their own
Yeah.
and have no sort of merit
Yeah.
to do that. I guess what I'm saying is, any advice for that in between time where you kind of say to yourself, "Wow, was this my peak?" Because I
Oh
think there's
yeah.
a scary moment,
Yeah.
and so much of LA is you're
Right.
only as good as your last whatever.
Oh yeah.
And
Of
so,
course.
how do you deal with that? Was
Well,
there something that grounds you?
that's a scary thing. I must say it's a scary thing. I mean, you are always looking to top the last film you have, or whatever your project is, or if you're a comedian, your last set. If you're a musician, your last show. You have to always strive for that. You're not going to try. You don't try to match the last one. You try to beat the last one. Because at least you've put your all into it. That was a big deal with this film because the fact that we had to actually, it was half the budget, less than half the budget of my previous film. Tangerine was less than half the budget of Starlet. Then all of a sudden we found ourselves shooting on the iPhone. It got to the point where I think in some people's eyes, we were going to make a film that was less than the one before. But see, I read one review that actually I'm affected by reviews. I'm sorry, that's just me. And there was one review that said that Starlet was less ambitious than Prince of Broadway, which I didn't agree with, but that did affect me. So this film was intentionally more ambitious than Starlet, or at least I attempted more ambition. So yeah, I'm vulnerable that way. What can you do? But they're getting back to the iPhone thing. It does relate to what I just said, because I won't say who said this, but somebody said this when I asked them to come work on Tangerine, and I said we were shooting on the iPhone, and this was after I already had convinced myself that it was okay. They said, "Okay, Sean, yeah, I'll come to LA and play with you." And I said, no, you can't use that word play. Please don't use that word play, because if we look at it that way, we're going to fail from day one. We have to look at this film as just as important as anything else we're doing, and we have to strive to make this thing as good, if not better, than the previous one. So the play word, no. We're not playing here. That was, but that way of thinking has to be applied to every film out there,